Alrighty, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Executive Assault 2, where by chance you've seen the thumbnail or the title and you're thinking, oh, what is he going to do? Well, this is going to be a first of a mini-series where I'm going to just highlight the special units of each of the factions. As you can tell by the title, once again, we're going to be covering the Cyber and Stealth faction today. This faction is, it's not as well armored as the other ones, and it's got kind of faster units, I would say, but it's got kind of more sneaky tactics when it comes to doing everything. So, with that in mind, let's start off with looking at the Spectre, the first of this faction's space forces. So the first ship that you'll ever get is the Spectre. This ship is light. It's a scout class kind of ship that's not in any other loadouts. And we've got all the weapons and stuff already unlocked, but you can also get a super speed increase for it. Nothing really overly too much to say about it. It's just a quick little ship that you can use to scout out the galaxy. It doesn't really have much in the way of health. It actually looks like it only has 1,600 health, so not that good, and at all. It actually can get kind of wrecked by more of the heavier weapons in just only a couple of shots. It's a neat little ship, though. It's speedy. That's all you can say about it. Here's what it looks like from the cockpit. I would show you it in combat, but you don't really need to see that. Something I didn't cover in the intro is that we're not going to be covering any weapons or anything that the other factions may have. I haven't gone over them, but I know that there's certain weapons that each faction generally has, and they all kind of behave the same. We're just looking at these specific weapons. But that's the Spectre. I guess I can actually, you know what, real quick, hang on. This is all unscripted, by the way, if you haven't found out, but it does have some nice little pew-pews. Nothing too terrifying about that, but it's it's kind of neat. It's very quick, as you can see. We're going, I wonder how, it doesn't really say. It goes quick, that's all I can say. Alrighty, anyways, on to the next ship, which is the the Manta, which is the next ship in the lineup, and is the workhorse for the Cyber Stealth fleet. So let's go see the Manta. Alrighty, so the Manta, it is it's a little bit longer of a ship. It's kind of more flat looking. It kind of looks like a weird fork. It comes in actually all of the different, I guess it goes through Scout, Assault, and Support, but it stops after that. But the Manta is the workhorse, like I said before. You can attach deflector defense, point defense tech on, or a cloaking field. I guess this is when it's in the assault variant, or in the support variant, which is where it's much more useful. You can give it positronic charged burst, which is an electrifying gun, which actually arcs through multiple enemies and can do damage all the way across the board. And it has the damage, but it's still really powerful against fighters. It's got these are, little light weapons. They're not really too great, but they are good at just constant rate of fire. And then we will be showing off the different variants of, abilities that it's got, because the support class of this has the most to show for. I mean, look at it. It's not even different weapons. It's just, different stuff. So, we're going to build ourselves, one of each of this type, and then I will show you them all in action, because they are really cool, especially the cloaking. Cloaking is by far the coolest. So I'll see you, at a Manta. Alrighty, so the first of the Mantas that we're going to look at is the repair variant. Essentially, this one's nothing too completely special about this one. All it does, though, is it has a repair field that is around it that actually has a really wide, radius around it. And what it does is what it says. It repairs stuff. It is pretty decent. It goes about one tick of health. I'm not sure exactly how much it is, but it goes up fairly quickly in a nice wide radius around it. Has a decent range. And I did, with all the Mantas I'm using for this example, I kind of equipped them with the positronic charge burst, just because that is the unique weapon that is cool. And actually, I guess I can go in here and I'll show you how that works off. The repair field is a passive ability, though, and it's not one that you can actually control. But here comes an enemy raider, and we are going to hopefully, there we go, we're going to shock it. which is pretty cool. And there's a nice little explosion. Very fantastic. I wish there was more units in the way, but this is kind of a controlled environment. Here, I guess I can show you the positronic thingy right up there. Actually, you know what? I'll just have the ship shoot them itself, because then you can watch above here and see how it all works. But then I guess this is a good example, because I know I'll have to do the example later on of this thing shooting. So you see how it arcs through all the different ships? Now, unfortunately, its anti-ship guns are firing, but you can see how it arced through all those different fighters doing damage along the way. Sadly, there are no more enemies over here. Sad face. Is this the dead end? Galaxy. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, well, we're gonna have to start doing examples the other way. But with that in mind, let's switch over to the EMP Manta. Alrighty, so the other type of Manta that we have here is the EMP Manta. Now, I don't really have any enemies to fight right now, because it is kind of difficult to show off this ability, because it's kind of like you sacrifice the ship most of the times, because these Mantas, they only got 2,000 health, and they're not really meant, like, they're meant to be frontline units, but they really cannot hold their own against the other factions in a straight up fight. But this EMP does give it a slight edge where it can fire it in a nice little ball of energy, and what that'll essentially do is shut down the enemy systems, so you do not have to worry about those. Anyways, with that being told, that is the EMP Manta. Not really much to say, except its EMP ability can be used to some usefulness, but I haven't necessarily used it for complete goodness. But let's next move on to the most awesome of the cloaked ships, or Manta ships, which can be cloaked. I guess the cloaked Manta. Jeez, I need a script. Alright, now this is kind of the pride and joy of the cyber and stealth faction. I guess what you could go and do, let's go to unit design. I don't believe, I guess the assault variants can. Never mind, that's my bad. The Vesper, the Vesper can go, I'm going to have to build that for examples. Hang on, there we go. Anyway, so essentially the Manta that can cloak, and essentially the Manta that can cloak over here, along with Vesper, we'll be seeing that ship here shortly. I did not know that. I'm going to have to use that in my own games now. Frick. But the cloaking is kind of what you would think when you're thinking cyber and stealth. This ability is actually really cool, and I'm going to zoom in here. I'm just going to show you it when it comes up, because it is actually really cool. So, alright, you ready? Here we go. Oh, isn't that just a cool ability? It's very cool. Now, the only thing to it is that, yeah, sure, you can see it. But honestly, when if you're going up against an enemy player, it is actually a really hard ship to see. Because first off, they don't have a little orange icon telling you what it is. But plus, also, I believe that there is even more of a invisibility effect on another player or the AI. I'm not sure how the AI necessarily reacts to it. I know it works, but I just, normally have to use it. But, and then all you have to do is just click special again, and it will decloak. Now, the only problem with, I believe, it has a cooldown time, no? Yes, it has a cooldown time. But once that's done, I'll show you what it looks like on the inside, because it does look like it will be refilling here shortly. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like inside the Manta when it's stealth. It's really good because you actually can see through it, and you can see kind of like the image effects that the cloaking technology has. The only problem with it is that you can't actually control, I haven't found it at least, you can't actually control it inside the ship. But, yeah, kind of cool. Actually, hang on, we can just do this real quick. Hang on, this is all kind of up in the air, unless it won't tell me how to. Oh, I can't even do controls, so never mind. That's the EMP Cloaking Manta. You can use it to sneak up on enemy forces. It is really cool. I've done a couple small ambushes, nothing too wide because it's really hard to hide all the ships. But it's kind of a really cool ability to have. So, on to, I believe, the Vesper, because we don't really have anything else to go after. Alrighty, here is the Vesper class. I would say it's a light carrier. It is actually, I would say it's the most effective ship that the cyber stealth faction has at their disposal. It has the ability, as we actually just found out earlier, It has the ability that I did not know about in the support area or the assault area to have cloaking. The deflector defense I'll show you on a later ship, but the cloaking defense, that was something I did not know about. So here's what it looks like when it's cloaked up. It is really cool. It's a cool little shippy ship. And I think, I'm not sure, yeah, because I can't use the weapons on here, but let's decloak. It has, for this gun, I believe we got the positron thingies on, which are just a heavier kind of gun. Actually, a very heavy close-range weapon. Definitely don't want to get in range of it because it will really royally screw up your day. But then let's see here. Let's go out of here. But its main thing that it brings to the fray is the ability to launch fighters. And these fighters do pack a punch. They are not weak by any means. They do come in numbers, though, which is nice. You can't really see them come out. There's not really an animation for it, but they just kind of spawn out the side of the Vesper. The Vesper can be equipped with railguns, but with the, like just as the deflectors go, I'll show you those on the later ship model. After this, there's not really much else to say. You can recall the fighters. The fighters are very, they're quick, they're effective. The cloaking is a nice touch, though. I'm pretty happy with that. And it seems, how long does it take to come back? Yeah, so cloaking doesn't really take too much time to come back, which is good. And you can recall the fighters, but they're kind of weird at this moment. But yeah, so that's the Vesper. It's my personal favorite ship of the faction just because it can carry fighters. It can cloak now that I found. That makes it even better. So imagine like a whole cloaked carrier task force. Now that sounds dangerous. It has the ability to have railguns, but I will show you those on another ship because I kind of forgot to put them on this one. And I'm not sure why it cloaked up just now, but we can maybe see the fighters go back in. It's not really exciting. I'll just pop back in there. Alrighty. With that underway, let's go to, quote-unquote, the most powerful ship of this fleet, the Neptune. Alrighty, so I couldn't find a really good spot in my home system to actually do this, so I decided to go into a battle where I have some Vespers and Neptunes battling against, I think it's the high-tech laser faction. But essentially, the Neptune, well, it specializes in long range. It has, it can, like the Vesper, have railguns, and that thumping that you're hearing is the railguns. But they have a very long range, so we're just going to rotate our ship here. And I think it should be, yep, there we go. You can see our beautiful railguns firing off in there. I'm not a really good shot. Damn, that high-tech ship is definitely coming in. And as you can see, actually, you can see it really well on this other Neptune, or is this a Vesper? It's a Neptune. You can see, not all of them, but some of those shots. Ooh, he is absolutely getting just wrecked right now. Oh, wow. They're blocking torpedoes. They has a couple of them. I'm not sure where. Oh, we destroyed the other supporting ships. So they're not firing rockets at us anymore. That's unfortunate. This example might go to boom boom here. But the Neptune has the capability to have the deflector defense, which, oh, you just saw it right there. It was blocking that big old laser. Let's see if it happens again, because you can see it's going through here. Yep, there we go. The deflector defense can stop, I think it's most weapons, right? I guess I can go into the menu over here. Deflector defense, long range, support, dreadnoughts. There we go, Neptune. Let's see here. Deflects most incoming fighter. Yeah, so it can block lasers, lightning around thingies. It can block rockets, missiles, all that fun stuff. And you don't really have to worry about it too much. Just because I don't want to like lose my hold here. I'm going to build more ships so I can continue the tutorial. But that's Neptune. I'll go inside its cockpit. Nothing. Like most of the ships, not really much of a change. I think this one's gonna die though here soon. Oh, that's absolutely just beautiful. I'll take a thumbnail. I'll take a thumbnail, sir. But yeah, oh looks like we got that ship. Good for us. I think there's more incoming though. So, but anyway, so that is the Neptune. That not really much else to say. That is the last of the actual mainline fleet ships. We went through the Spectre, the Manta, the Vesper, and the Neptune. And the only reason I think the Neptune is like I guess, quote-unquote, better than the Vesper, which I can't see right now, is it has 14,000 health rather than the Vesper's 12,000, which I think maybe that makes up for it, but I don't really think the 10 fighters is equitable to just extra 2,000 health. The fighters are so much more useful, which is why the Vesper remains my favorite ship. Also, it's cool because it has fight. I mean, I guess I can't say it more than enough. But let's go on now to technically supporting ships, which can be used to help defend or infiltrate an enemy system. Alrighty, so next on our little list is the Mine Layer. This is a cute little ship which has the ability to, you guessed it, lay mines. And I wonder if it'll actually do it. Oh, it only has, okay, it does have a little gun. It has one little gun on it. I think it's the positronic. Yeah, positron pulsators, and it has its proto-pulsators, which are the backup guns that it can carry. But that is not its main ability. Its main ability, if I can orientate it, is to drop a bunch of mines that come out of it. And these mines are very powerful. They are, I'm not sure if they're a one-hit kill for everything, but I had a enemy, I think it was a Manta when I was playing with my friends the other time, and I had an enemy Manta run right into them, and let me tell you, they definitely do damage. Let me see, I wonder if there's friendly fire. Again, this is an unscripted tutorial. I'm trying to edit. You know, please, oh gosh, don't kill me. I'm doing an example. Run away, you dang protesters. Oh, good job. Good for your gun. But the mines are fairly powerful. I know this guy's damaged, but if he runs through them again, I wonder if they'll go off. Let's find out. It appears that they do not, but what happens if this fighter gets in here? Yep, there we go. Alright, that's funny. So all those mines blew up for the fighter. It's not one individual mine per grouping, it's just one mine group and destroys something. But it is nonetheless pretty powerful. You can find it, believe it, underneath the scout option. You can use super thrusters, it'll give it so it has less hull, like, so if you go over here, or, hang on, because, yeah, it's increased 6%, but reduces the hull by 30%. Doesn't seem like that actually happens for this ship, because you can see the hull's 1,200, so that's something to exploit. If you really want, like, a super quick defensive fleet, you can attach the super speed increases boosts for the mine layer, and you're fine. But next up, we're going to be going over to the spy satellite. Not that it's overly too you know, innovative, but hey, we gotta check it out. Alrighty, here is the spy satellite. Now, this thing automatically comes in, or it doesn't automatically come in. What am I talking about? You can attach the super, I guess all of these you can attach the same deals with. It's kind of like the information probe, but they can see it. The spy satellite is disguised as an asteroid and is much harder to detect. So if you go over here, you can easily see, oh geez, looks like a little asteroid, kind of funny, little periscope coming out of it, but it is definitely cool. You can, if we didn't have Fog of War off, I'd be able to show you, but essentially what you do is you put it in the system and you can see the entire system when no one else is in it, and the enemy has a hard time essentially detecting it. Apparently it does have weapons though. I did not know that it came with those, but I'm not sure how it fires them, but hey, apparently it does. So that is the spy satellite. Next we're going to go on to the Teleprobe, where we're going to start leaning towards our cyborgs and seeing what they can actually do. So, see you at the Teleprobe. Alrighty, so here we have the Teleprobe. This is a little vessel that doesn't really do much. It says it has weapons, but I don't think it actually uses them. But it has the ability to connect your teleporter of your base over to an enemy station. Now over here I'm lucky enough to have up in my northern corner in Anoria a mining outpost for protesters, which will make a good little example of how to teleport troops, and then I can segue right on into detailing what troops types the cyber stealth faction has. So once we're in range, I will show you. Alright, so as you can see, we're in range. You'll know because we're inside the green bubble. And essentially what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that the teleprobe is situated right. Okay, good. So right there, so outside of the range. I believe this, for some reason, this outpost hasn't done anything to defend itself. That works out for me. So what we're going to do then is we're going to go over to Sigma here. I'm just going to keep sending Vespers into Zeotanks. It's getting pretty bad over there. So I've been building a nice little grouping of robot soldiers. And what we're going to do is we're going to click on our teleporter, which is in the center of my base currently. And we can set a destination. And so you can set the destination by going over to the base that you want to go to, in this case, Anoria, on the mining outpost. And there are options of where to put them. Now, the mining bases, they only have 2 places that you can teleport. I wish you could teleport wherever you wanted, but I guess that would defeat the purpose of having to, work to get through the base. So let's choose this side, alright? And we'll move our ship out of the way, right? Let's go back to Sigma. So you have to set the teleporter, so we just did that by clicking Set Destination. Then what you got to do is you got to click Teleport. And it'll do that automatically. The only issue that I found with this is it does not teleport everyone in the area. So you'll watch. There we go. Oh. Unless it does, because I'm doing a tutorial and showing everybody. Of course it works. Of course it works when I'm trying to show people problems. Anyways, that's perfect. I've never had it go that well before. Normally it only gives me like a couple troops. But, hey, we got everybody. And so by teleporting, you can then use them to assault a base. Of course, this one is kind of just lucky for us, but you would be under a lot more heavy fire. But once you got troops inside, you can do some pretty awesome things. But let's start looking at our troops. So I'm going to separate them over here and we will get into everything. Oh geez, so we're going to run into some real problems here. We're having lighting issues. Looks like the base turned off all its power for some reason. Are the turrets selective? Oh god, of course they are. Oh! Wait. Oh, okay, so we have issues with infestors here. Interesting. Okay, well that kind of sucks. Well, anyways, this is still going to be an example. So, what we have here is, we'll go with the basic cyborg here first. Basic cyborg, they can carry any, like a rifle, like what I've got right here. Oh, this is a sniper rifle. Oh gosh, this is embarrassing. But they can carry a small rifle or the sniper rifle. This guy's carrying a sniper rifle. I'm not sure which of these is actually carrying a regular rifle except this guy. There he is. And the regular rifle, oh, that's even an infiltrator. Oh, there we go. Regular rifle, cyborg. Regular rifle, it just fires ever so simply. Nothing too crazy. It just can pew, 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 pew. And it's got more of a laser kind of effect. So, that's kind of cool. So yeah, that's the basic, soldier. And I believe we have grenades. There we go. One of the abilities that a soldier can, or cyborg can get is the grenade. And I believe it looks like one at a time. Also, you have, like, I guess commands, but I'm not sure why they're connected up to the grenade ability, but whatever. So that is the cyborg. Nothing really much to say about them. Let's move over to the infiltrator. Now, the infiltrator is just pretty much an upgraded cyborg. This is what they look like. Glowing green. They got guns. They specialize, I'm assuming, in the sniper rifle. I failed to actually equip them with that, and I don't really want to go back. But, longer range, a little bit more health, I think. And this one, I believe, has grenades as well, which is not the only ability. So we'll move over to the healing ability, which I think this guy currently has. Yeah. So, essentially, same thing. Infiltrator, got the laser gun, looking pretty cool. There's no friendly fire, unfortunately. And I'm not sure how you use this ability. I guess I could go back to my base in Sigma to just check it out. Oh goodness, why are we in such dire straits? My god. But unit design. So you just would go up to the robots, and you can select what they are. Self-repair slowly repairs the unit over time. Okay, so it's a passive ability, which is cool. And each of these robots comes in with the sidearm of the plasma pistol, which is nice, but you'd rather keep your regular gun. Which then leads us to the spy crate, our spy plant and spy crate. Luckily for us, I have them over there, but I think we're going to have to do a little demonstration, so maybe I keep them on the DL for now. Let me go over here and we'll build 2 fresh ones right now. Let's give them, if we can give them grenades. I'm not sure how that'll work out, but we'll give them grenades here. I'm going to delete these other robots just so we can get them out of the way. Let's start building just a couple of these other ones. You know, build the plant ones. It's kind of funny. We'll get these infiltrators up, and we'll set destination for the teleport for these guys. Because I would like to give you guys an example of a raid, because it's kind of interesting, because this one is this place is overrun by infestors. Now, the next thing that we have is a very unassuming kind of, I guess, robot. This is the spy potted plant, I guess, or potted spy plant, something like that. And essentially, this is a unit which can infiltrate enemy buildings, and actually, it has the ability to hack places with its little beam, and I'll be able to show you how it walks here shortly. But it's got this hacking beam, which if you go up next to a door, I'm not sure if you'll be able to do it here. I'm trying to do it in my base right now because it'd be easier just to show you there, because if I show you in the other base, maybe that might be a little bit too much of a problem. But yeah, so you can use it to break down doors, and you don't have to worry about being seen, because it is good at stopping them. I'm going to go to green light so we don't have to worry about this. Plus, also, then it'll give us better lighting. But I'm going to move the potted spy plant. I'm going to ask it to go this way, and then I'm going to take control of this boy, and we're just going to watch it go. Look at its little legs go. Go, potted spy plant thing. Go, go, go. Next up, what is over here right now? Looks like, oh, they got some ships fighting it out. That's the spy plant. What's it called even? Spy plant. It's just called a spy plant. Next we have, where is it? Is this it? No, that's not it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. We have the spy crate, which, as you might, I guess, is very similar to the spy plant in that it is a little robot on legs. I actually think it looks funnier than, I like how the little animation right there. And you know, it has the same deal. It can break down doors with its hacking laser, and it's hard to be seen. But then I'll ask it to crawl across the ground here. I think it's a little faster than the spy plant now that I think about it, but there it goes. You know, you're just a soldier, you're seeing that go across, you're like, oh, nothing wrong here. But that is the spy, what is it? It's not a cooler, it is a spy crate. So that is that, spy crate and spy cooler. Alrighty, so as you can see, our station is under attack by a broadsword battle cruiser, I guess that's what you call it. Thankfully, we have a little thing, along with this Manta, that is going to save us. This is called the Explosive Drone Launcher, and I've actually never used it before, so let's see what happens. So you can launch the fighters. It launches 6... Oh, wow. Launches 6 fighters that apparently, I'm assuming when they come out here, they ram into an enemy ship. So let's find out here. Come on, don't be shy. Come over here. I'll take control of you if I have to. Oh my gosh. Doesn't have weapons, but it looks like you can go right on in here. No weapons at all. I'm going to boost into it, and let's see what happens. I have no weapons trained on it aside from this. Did it do anything? Did it do any damage? It didn't seem to do any damage. Control a fighter, I guess, is what we'd want. Is there a way to blow ourselves up? Oh, they can just blow up, which is interesting. Not sure what you can actually do with this. Seems like this thing does want to go and attack this, but I'm not sure if it's going to have the oomph needed to do so. Here comes the mining, or the bomb ships, I guess. And I know it's being shot at, but... Huh. That has a very pitiful amount of damage now, doesn't it? So I guess that's the explosive drone launcher. That's unique building by the stealth faction. I guess I should not expect the stealth faction to have really good mines or whatever, but they're tech, you know. they're cyber and tech. You'd think they'd do better. That's my first time ever trying them. They don't seem to do so hot. So maybe they're better against lighter ships. Who knows? I'm going to put red alert on, and we're going to go look at, I believe, the second and last... Oh, no, we have two other buildings that we can use that are unique to the cyber stealth faction, and then we can be done. Alrighty, next up on the list is the mass teleporter, which is right here. Now, the mass teleporter can teleport any fleet anywhere else in the galaxy. So this is a weapon that I have actually not had the opportunity to check out. So I think we should do that right now. Alrighty, so now we are on to the was a mass teleporter, which is somehow I named it I'm not sure how that happened. But anyways, so yeah, mass teleporter. This thing's ability is to teleport any fleet anywhere else in the galaxy. And lucky for me, I have a beautiful fleet right here, and I have a destination for them to go to. So what we do is we go weapon ready. So you press on the fleet that you want to go somewhere. Then come over here and click on your destination. My destination is the world of Forrester, which is where their main base is. We're going to click, and what we should do is we go in here, and we should all be able to go inside. Oh, well, is that how much it only goes? It only does a couple units at once? Oh, God. That's unfortunate. Well, anyways, so that's how you can use that. I feel like they weren't as condensed as they could have been, which is unfortunate because we are in deep doo-doo over here, and it does not go, like, come back pretty easily. So, I thought it'd take over the entire fleet. It says it can move entire fleets, but looks like this little fleet here is going to get absolutely annihilated. We'll launch the fighters from these Vespers just for the heck of it, because why not? We might as well. We're gonna die here anyways. Get inside the armchair here. Let's just start trying to shoot things. I think we got the positron guns on here, so we'll just keep firing, try and get past them. But I think these ships have a similar weapon to our deflector guns, so I'm not sure how much damage we're actually doing. Plus the the ship's name is called the Individualator. That's cool. But yeah, these Vespers that are left here, we lost our escorts, which were repairing them. They're getting overwhelmed, unfortunately. But that was the mass teleporter. Kind of a cool, I guess, thing. That was actually really underwhelming. This kind of was like the drone launcher. That was a first time for me, so I'm sorry if it was kind of anticlimactic for you. Believe me, it was for me, because I'm the one recording and I'm going to show you guys. But let's see here. The last thing we have left to show off, I believe, is the Asteroid Nudger. You know, might as well go last or biggest for best, right? So what we're going to do is essentially the same situation, where you're going to go over here, and I think you go, I want to get rid of Forrester, because they've been kind of mean to me, and you target it, and I believe it goes over here, and it takes a, oh yeah, what is that? It shoots a what is this? It shoots something. Is it going over to Forrester? Might as well go look, because I don't want to miss anything. Warning. Warning, large object in Forrester. Oh, there it is. Where is it? There's a large solid object. Is this it? Yep, that looks like it. That is our asteroid that we just fired at them. Or no, maybe it's not. Interesting. I wonder where our weapon is. So, this is our giant asteroid. Hopefully it'll make it there in time. I think I may have chosen poorly the target that I'd be going after. I might have to shoot myself next time just to end the video easier. Alrighty, so since that was rather pathetic, what we're going to do is we're going to try and fire this again at ourselves. So we're going to aim directly at I think this is our main point. So we'll launch an asteroid right there. So it looks like it fires this little deal. We'll go on green alert now, so we don't have to worry about this. It fires this beam of light. And then, oh yeah, so I was correct. So it does summon an asteroid, which is kind of weird. It's kind of weak, but whatever. I want to see. It's got 20,000 health. Is this enough? Because that's really not all too much for a super weapon. You'd think that a super weapon that costed, how much was it in research? We had everything unlocked, but Asteroid 25. I mean, it is pretty expensive, but you'd think it would be a little bit more hardcore. But I will show you what it looks like when the asteroid collides. Alrighty, so as the asteroid nears, I'm starting to think that the mass teleporter of the, I'll try it again here. I do want to try one more time. All my ships are in, Zeotan, but, if it doesn't work as I imagine, and hopefully this asteroid absolutely annihilates my base, unless, of course, there's no friendly damage, but I just want to see what happens. I'm not sure the super weapons of the stealth faction are all that good. Ooh. Okay, though. Okay, hang on now. Oh, that little mining or trader ship just got absolutely destroyed. Now what happens? Is it going to destroy the rest of this? Kind of interesting. Will it one-shot my command and control center? That's the real question. Hang on, let's see what happens. Oh! It will destroy everything. Very cool. Okay, so I'm not going to try that mass teleporter again then, won't I? Let's click repair real quick. Repair. Alright, I think we definitely lost. Nope, hang on. I can get out of here. I can press E. Alright, so this is the end of the tutorial. We're not going to do that. Oh, Jesus. We're not... No, we already died. Anyways, guys, so that'll be the end of this, tutorial run through the faction. I'm going to have to edit the hell out of this. But we're going to use, the teleporter thing, but I don't think there was going to be any difference from when we actually tested it out. It looks like it's only a fleet within a certain radius, which kind of is, I will say it's kind of disappointing. I was expecting a little bit more, when it came to the super weapons. I haven't been able to try them yet. But on that being said, like I've said, I have played as them mostly beforehand. I just haven't never gotten to that point of being able to build those. Now, another thing though that I did not check out that I will have to do in another video, because this is starting to get pretty long, and I didn't. It would be kind of difficult to do it by myself against the AI, so I'd rather do it with a friend. But I want to test out boarding, because I feel like boarding for this faction might be their bread and butter, because their ships, their super weapons, unfortunately, are altogether not that good, aside from the Vesper being able to cloak and launch fighters, which is actually a very good advantage. If we can get railguns, fighters, and the cloaking device on a Vesper, I feel like that is a very powerful warship. But I mean, I don't know. After looking at the faction like this, because I've played as them, I just have never really gone in depth like this. Honestly, I'm not altogether too impressed, so I want to see what the other two factions hold up to. Those will be in a couple next videos, and maybe I might even wrap it up with a summarization of the factions and which one I think is the best, which would be kind of cool, because that gives me more content to work with. But if you haven't already, please go check out Executive Assault 2. If you weren't impressed by this video, go look up someone else. I do also have battle videos on my channel. They're in the Executive Assault 2 playlist. It is a fun game, especially with friends, but if you want to play solo, that's fine too. There's plenty to do, especially with this new faction update. But that's all I got to say about the Cyber Stealth faction. Mixed feelings. That's where I'm at with them. But thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit a like button, comment something down below, and subscribe for more content. And I will see you in another video. Bye, everyone. Have a good day.